Josh Gates is on the hunt for evidence of alien life and to answer the question, have extraterrestrial beings visited Earth? One event has come into question. Did a UFO enter Chilean airspace, and was it being piloted by extraterrestrial beings? Find out this and more in this bonus episode of Paranormal Skeptic Academy. Science mixed with pseudoscience is probably the best way to describe Expedition Unknown Hunt for Extraterrestrials. We start the episode with Josh visiting NASA, and he's in awe of what they are accomplishing. The scientific advancements, the brave men and women doing science is all spat upon when he heads to Chile to examine UFO footage. This is where we pick up the footage captured by Chilean naval forces, space creatures, or something of this world.
But CIFA's most disturbing case came across their radar, so to speak, only recently. They allowed me to view the raw footage of a government-certified UFO sighting. This footage was actually captured by their own military.
This was given to us by the Navy and was filmed by the helicopter crew.
What is that? That's the object.
That's the object, yeah.
What was the reaction of the crew on board?
They didn't know what it was.
And when they called to air traffic control, were there other aircraft or helicopters in the area?
They received information that nobody else were there.
The object was invisible to radar, and the Navy's thermal video shows it hovering in place. But then, something really strange happens. What's it doing? Wait, what is that? What is it doing?
It's emitting something or moving.
It's moving and something's coming out of it.
Something is coming out from it.
How long did this go on for?
Almost 4 minutes.
Almost 4 minutes. And then what? Vanishes?
Disappeared.
Disappeared.
Just.
Case is still open.
Yes.
The plume coming from the craft doesn't match the normal contrails left by a plane. It totally stumped the pilots who filmed it. Have you ever seen anything like that before, Ugo?
No. No.
No.
No. No. No.
A blurry monochromatic black spot off into the distance. At this point, it is a UFO. We don't know what it is. We then see this UFO leaving a dark trail behind it. The entire clip is said to have lasted for 4 minutes before vanishing. Hugo, one of the men in the room, says he's never seen anything like this. What do you do when you have an unidentified flying object? You try to identify it. Josh feels compelled to investigate what he says may be one of the most compelling UFO videos in years. He meets up with Alberto Solari, who spent nearly a decade analyzing UFO reports. They are going to attempt to recreate the image on the footage. Josh tells us that CIFA, the agency tasked with identifying UFOs in Chile, has accounted for all planes in the area and that this object doesn't move like a fixed-wing aircraft. Remember this for later. It's important. The first and only test is comparing the object to a balloon. Their reasoning is that the balloon is similar in shape and size to the image on the video, and a balloon would slip under radar surveillance. These are the parameters they set up for themselves, so they have to adhere to them.
To test his theory, Alberto has arranged for a hot air balloon to run parallel to our helicopter, so we can film it with the same thermal camera used by the Navy pilots.
We've got similar parameters on this thermal that the Navy had. Hotter readings are coming in at black, colder readings at white.
The hot air balloon will hopefully mimic the shape and movement of the UFO. Now, we're getting our first look at how close a match the image really is.
The balloon looks somewhat similar to the object, really. Yeah, you can see it's round, it's hovering. The balloon has that distinct kind of teardrop shape, which the object in the video doesn't have. So I don't think it's a traditional hot air balloon, but the dark coloring from the thermal is a pretty good match. It does kind of match what we see in the footage, yes. Okay, what's next?
Remember my motto for ghost hunters? Close enough is good enough. We get the same dark coloring, but the shapes are different. Is this enough to convince Josh and Alberto? Not yet, but they must test what the dark trail coming out of the back of the UFO may have been. Alberto is assuming the trail is some type of gas. The propane used to heat the air to raise the balloon will be used as an analog for this mysterious trail. They release some propane and then release some of the hot air out of the balloon, and it's not picked up by their camera. Their next test involves a fire extinguisher. Josh and Alberto are on a helicopter pointing their cameras at the balloon, and the guy in the balloon shoots off the extinguisher out the back.
There we go. I see that for sure. It's not as concentrated as the video, but it's definitely picking it up on the thermal. Does kind of look like it, but we still don't have the size. It's very faint, it's very irregular, nothing like we can see on the video. The other thing is that you notice that when the gas comes out, it just sort of drops off. It's almost like it's falling. In the video, that plume just hovers. It stays almost in line with the object. Okay, final analysis. The balloon shape is somewhat similar, but the expulsion of gas doesn't look anything like the video. So if it's not a hot air balloon, what is it? Great question. Well, I would just call it a UFO. It is a mystery to me. I mean, I think because it has so many mysterious and fascinating elements. It's a true UFO, a true unidentified flying object. Pure UFO.
What are we to make of this? The shape of the balloon doesn't match that of the UFO on the video, and the extinguisher gas doesn't match the trail coming off of the UFO. So it's not those two things. Do we have a true UFO on our hands here, folks? Josh seems to think so, but I'm skeptical. Let's look at the evidence before deciding. We're left wondering what the object was. They attempted to recreate the object's shape and they came close with a hot air balloon, but it still wasn't conclusive. What are we to conclude? Is this a true unidentified flying object? According to Josh and the show, yes, but not so fast. Doing a little research, I found the site metabunk.org and a post titled Explained Chilean Navy UFO Video posted on January 6, 2017 by Mick West. Mick West gets full credit for what I'm about to show you. He did the amazing, challenging work on this, and full credit goes to him. Now, what was on that Chilean Navy UFO footage?
This is Mick West of metabunk.org with the Metabunk Minute, a 60-second explanation of something in the news. I heard about this Chilean Navy UFO story. A UFO investigation group released a video of infrared footage of something and said they couldn't figure out what it was after 2 years of trying. The footage seemed to show it spraying something. This immediately reminded me of an aerodynamic contrail, which often start and stop quite abruptly. So I posted this idea in the Skydentify forum on Metabunk. User Trailblazer found the planefinder.net had data for that time. There were only 2 planes in the area, so I wrote some code to extract the track data and display it in Google Earth. Using the GPS coordinates in the video and some wider shots of the coastline, I recreated some of the shots. IB6830 was a perfect match for position, time, size and angle for nearly all the video, although LA330 matched the shot at the end better. I made a model of the A340 using 4 candles to demonstrate how the relatively small engines flare up into 2 blobs, and made a 3D model to put into Google Earth to show the scale. Since everything matches and the planes actually were there, then that's by far the simplest explanation. And that's your Metabunk Minute.
There you have it. Mick took the time and effort and had the knowledge and skill to explain and show what the Chilean UFO is, a passenger jet. You must wonder though, why didn't the sleuths at Travel Channel not know this information? And why didn't the Chilean authorities not know this information as well? I was able to find this out with a quick internet search. It's almost as if they don't want to know the truth. The X-Files is right. The truth is out there. It just may not be the truth you want to hear. Thank you for listening to Paranormal Skeptic Academy. If you like the work that I do, please leave me a review on iTunes and Stitcher. If you want to support the show financially and receive extra content monthly, you can sign up to be a member starting at $1 a month at patreon.com/PSA or at paranormalskepticacademy.com/membership. Like the Facebook page at facebook.com/Paranormal Skeptic Academy. Follow me on Twitter at cweb619 and subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/pskepticacademy for full video versions of each episode and YouTube-only bonus content. Also, you can download each member-only episode for $1.50 at paranormalskepticacademy.com under downloads. Thank you for listening and supporting Paranormal Skeptic Academy. Schooling your favorite paranormal investigators.